been in a car accident and you've spoken to your insurance agent. He's told you about all sorts of different types of car insurance that are involved in the accident. You don't understand any of it. We're here to help. That's the insurance that you have on your car to protect you. By protect you, that means that if you were sued in court by somebody, your insurance company would pay for you up to your insurance coverage limits. Let's say your coverage limits were up to, say, $50,000. Your liability insurance company would pay an injured person involved in an accident up to $50,000 in coverage. Of course, if a person who was hurt had injuries that a jury said was worth more than $50,000, then you would be required to pay anything over the $50,000 of your insurance coverage. That's why it's a good idea to have coverage limits in as large of an amount as you can afford. That is, if your $50,000 primary liability insurance policy wasn't sufficient to pay the injured person that was hurt. The excess insurance could kick in and pay anything over and above the $50,000 up to the excess insurance coverage limit. So let's say a jury awarded an injured person and you had $50,000 in primary liability insurance coverage and $250,000 in excess insurance coverage. The person suing you would get $50,000 of your primary liability insurance coverage and $250,000 of your excess insurance coverage, and you would have to pay nothing out of pocket. This is the type of insurance that protects you if you've been hurt in a car accident. In fact, it protects you regardless of whether or not you were the one at fault in the car accident. That's why they call it no-fault insurance. For New York State drivers, there's no-fault coverage up to $50,000 to cover any medical expenses or lost earnings related to the injuries that you sustained in the accident. Your no-fault insurance would pay for any hospitals, doctors, therapists, or other medical providers rather than your normal medical insurance policy. Supplementary underinsurance, known by lawyers, insurance professionals, and the court as SUM coverage, comes into play when you've been injured by someone who doesn't have enough insurance coverage. For example, let's say you're injured in a car accident and you have $250,000 of SUM coverage, and the other driver has $50,000 of liability coverage limits. If a jury were to award you $250,000, you would collect the $50,000 from the other driver's insurance policy and
$200,000
from your own SUM coverage. If you or a loved one have been involved in a car accident, contact the Greenberg Law Firm today.